And now, welcome to the Great Cigar and Pipe Show. Presented by Hiram and Solomon Cigars, the Oliva Cigar family, and the J.C. Newman Cigar Company. Coming to you live from the Corona Cigar Company studios.
Good evening, everybody.
Look, from the frozen tundra of Florida. Look at those three characters.
We got our hoodies ready for tonight. We've got everything working. It's cold.
It's cold here. It's cold here too. It's 48 degrees.
Whew.
Yeah.
And
It's cold here too, 23. But don't worry about it.
I got the heater going on over here. Got the Carhartt jacket ready just in case.
Yeah.
I think what is
I
it?
got the giant beanie ready to go.
In the 40s right now, I think.
No,
here, right?
Bob is.
It was 50 about 2 hours ago, so it's got to be at least 48 degrees
It's
now.
all right.
49 degrees here in Tampa right now.
49. Okay,
48.
so
You're
see,
right, Bob.
about
Okay.
48 degrees here.
Well, folks, we're going to have a hot smoking show tonight, all right? Let's think of it that way. Forget about being cold. Let's get into the hot grooming things, and let's introduce ourselves. And look who's back. I'm going to introduce the guy who's been away for a little while, not feeling all too good, but tonight he's good enough. He's bundled up. The one, the only, retired Bob. What's up, big man?
Sorry, Bob.
All right, man. What's happening?
There he is. Look at him. Look at it. How many layers of clothing he has on?
I have a jacket on.
Three jackets.
Three jackets. I got one jacket on. Look, Frank is the one that's got like multiple layers.
Listen,
He's got like 6 layers of shirts.
I have our shirt on, so
Yeah.
at least I'm representing. I put it over my pullover with my
Pullover,
hood.
there's a tee. That's all right. I don't need to show my colors.
You know, the older you are, the thinner your blood is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
absolutely.
But that's
But that's also like
retired
living
Bob.
here in Florida.
Yeah. And then and then there's me.
Then there's
And yeah, next retired Bob is the one, the only, the chooch master himself, Cousin Frank.
Oh, hello everybody. Hello. I'm ready.
Getting a little more excited, man. You got Bob next to you, aren't you excited?
I'm excited that Bob's here, and I'm super excited to have Howie on because Howie is really. I look at him and I say to myself, "Here's a guy who really took a concept and ran with it. He's running better than Saquon at this point."
Well,
He really
I don't know
is.
about that, but what the hell?
Howie is on the move, and Howie's a mover and a shaker. He never sits still. He's always traveling.
No, you're
So
right about that.
He's always doing. And thank God he has his wife Rachel taking care of things.
Well, otherwise he wouldn't be on tonight.
That's true.
Without Rachel's help, he forget about it.
He wouldn't have been on. That's
He wouldn't know what to do.
He might even be in the pool. Who knows? You know.
He might have been.
And on the other side, in Tampa, freezing his ass off, also, Kyle Jesso.
How are you, everybody?
And our newcomer, sitting down in front of the Corona Cigar Lounge himself there, Barry Bones Argento.
And that looks like the Sand Lake location.
That's right there.
I don't have a clue. I just went to Corona Cigar Images and downloaded whatever worked.
Yeah.
But this is just for you guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
This is a first.
Yeah.
That's all right. Keep it up. It looks good.
Since I don't have a Howard G cigar, I'm smoking the last of the original Art of Magic.
Oh,
Okay.
And
Nice.
I
Did
actually
you have permission for that?
I tried to save at least one, but this is a special occasion.
that's true. That's true.
This is.
You guys will remember this. I've had this bottle. When was the first BCA up in Indiana?
Yes.
No, that was
Oh, that's the old.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That up there. Let me
Yeah.
There you go.
put that up again there, Barry. That's the old.
Yeah, that's Cedar Creek. Yeah.
Cedar
Oh,
Creek.
wow, smoking.
What number bottle is that?
It's the number one bottle because that's the only one left, probably.
That's probably
nobody else.
Yeah.
Everybody drank
I
there.
still got two.
Oh.
I still got two.
Kyle's got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
number 207, barrel number 1, bottle number 207.
All right,
Yeah.
207 out of 225. All right, you
I
only got
heard
the last one.
It was a bad batch, though.
So if you see me kind of every now and then, I got to get used to it.
All right.
All right.
Just sip.
But I'm trying.
You drop a little water in it, just open it up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's full ice.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
you
all
go.
right, let it sit for a little while.
Bob and
Oh,
I are
good.
going to be smoking the Howard G Black Moses Box Press Maduro. And this is like the cigar that started it all. I'm going to say
That
for
launched his career in the industry,
It
pretty
did.
much.
It pretty much
You know?
did.
Yeah,
It pretty
yeah.
much did. So that's why.
And now
I'm
look at
smoking.
him.
Now
Now he's a big shot.
He's a big
Big
shot.
shot.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Hey,
And then tonight, I've got the Howard G Lancero Maduro. And this one,
that's a special cigar. Nobody has.
you
it.
gotta know people to get this one. You gotta, and thank God I know people because
And Kyle, is it true you're raffling off the other half of that if you're smoking it tonight?
ashes, I'll be raffling off the ashes from this smoke, so you'll have a good chance to smell what it was like.
Well,
There
you go.
boy.
Old ash.
Now,
Okay.
I don't have any left, but I won a 5-pack from you guys when he first came out on the show.
Way back.
It's got to be 4 or 5 years.
3 years?
ago.
Oh yeah.
3 years
There you
ago.
go.
Or at least 3.
Yeah, they
where you
were all
3 years?
really
anyway?
good. Really good.
Barry was in
Barry, where
hiding.
you been for 3 years?
He's been in hiding.
We could, you know how hard it is to get anything good down in Mississippi?
That's true. That's
I
true.
bet.
Howard's going to have to
Yeah,
take a
that's-
trip down.
That's pretty
If
tough.
I-
Well, there is a
No,
casino
tonight maybe you could talk to Howard and get some cigars at the lounge you work in.
Oh,
I mean, I don't think you
Cigars?
mind.
I think they
Cigar
call that
Lounge,
Biloxi
3418
Blues, right?
Hudson Springs Boulevard.
There
Nice.
you
I
go.
will. I'll talk to him afterwards. I'd
There we
love to
go.
Well,
get
talk
him
to him
on.
tonight. Forget about afterwards. We want to
All
move.
right.
We want every lounge to get a Howard G cigar. They don't know what they're missing. That's
Exactly.
the bottom line. And
Exactly.
tonight, guys, I'm having the Black Moses Blanco.
Ooh,
There we go, huh?
Very nice.
Yes. I'm looking
Very
forward to this one. I got to pick up some more this weekend coming up. This is like one of maybe, this is probably the last one I got.
You know, I love smoking all of them. Kyle picked up the box of the Perfect Ground, which is great when you're getting out on the golf course. So, you know,
Oh
And
hell
I-
yeah!
and so that's the way it is. But before we get started, we should basically take a quick break, and then when we bring Howard back,
Sounds good. Man.
you know, we'll take a break and see what our sponsors have to say.
Bruce is holding a flag up. I got to go.
Yeah, a lot of
Says,
people
I gotta
do.
go. I gotta go.
A lot of people. And we'll be right back after these words from our friends who happen to be sponsors.
Another day in paradise, snagging cigars.
Howard G Cigars is a dynamic new cigar brand grown from a love for cigar culture and a respect for the artisanship behind the craft. We are a minority-owned family business based in Orlando, Florida. Our current collection delivers 3 exclusive lines: the Black Moses, Magic Stick, All Pro Series featuring Leon Searcy's signature cigar and Ike Taylor's one-of-a-kind, and the newly released Perfect Round featuring 18 cigars, a front 9 and a back 9. Visit our website at www.howardgcigars.com. You can find a full list of our retail partners there too. Thank you for making us part of your humidor.
This is Phil Morgan, General Manager of Missouri Meerschaum Corncob Pipes in Washington, Missouri. Our mission since 1869 has been to produce great smoking pipes that anyone can afford. We guarantee our pipes won't be your most expensive, but they just might be the ones you smoke the most. At Missouri Meerschaum Company, we don't just sell our corncob pipes. We grow them, make them, and smoke them. Missouri Meerschaum, Washington, Missouri, since 1869.
Loyalty, passion, courage. These are the founding principles of K by Karen Berger Cigars. The Maduro, the Habano, and the newly rated 93 by Cigar Journal Connecticut. Do yourself a favor and check out this wonderful line of cigars that come from a completely linear company from seed to your hands. A family of 4 generations in tobacco. It started in Odense, Denmark, 141 years ago, 1882, with a factory and a retail store by Erik Peter Stokeby. 4th Generation is a premium quality brand consisting of a selection of tin and loose tobaccos made in Denmark, pipes made of the finest quality briar, and superior accessories from leather goods, lighters, and pipe tools. The selection of 4th Generation products are available in premium pipe and cigar stores in the US and many European countries. Check out 4thGenPipeTobacco.com.
And we're back, folks.
And
Welcome.
there he is, by the magic of podcasting, Mr. Howard G of Howard G Cigars. There he is. We like to call him Howie, the mayor. Howie, how are you?
First of all, guys, it's a pleasure to be here. But I have to tell you something, Bones. The reason, and it's not my fault, Bones. It's Ronnie's fault. Okay. When Ronnie booked me for this podcast, it was in September.
Yeah.
And the date was December the 3rd. So Ronnie when he tried to send me a reminder and says, hey, and send some cigars to this address, this address, this address, this address. We had already shut down the office for the week, so nobody was there because it was my birthday coming up the next day.
Yeah.
So
No worries.
that's why it was not able to ship out the cigars prior to this. He didn't tell me beginning. He told me a couple days before, the day before my birthday, which was Thanksgiving Eve. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do.
Howie, you just threw me under the bus. Did you really just throw me under the bus?
Well, because
I sent you a reminder. I thought I was a good guy.
But no, the thing was already locked in on my calendar that I had to do the podcast. But the day before is when you said, by the way, send us some cigars to these addresses. And I'm like, bro, I mean, the day before Thanksgiving.
Oh,
really?
You're not a rookie on this show. You know what we're all about.
So here's what I'm going to do, especially for you, Bones, because it's not fair to you, Bones. I want you to know that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I'll be back in office myself on Thursday, me personally. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some exclusive stuff that's not out yet.
Oh,
and I'm gonna make sure to get it to all you guys.
Ooh.
So now the reason why my good buddy Kyle has the Lancero that's not out yet is because when I do events, I like to give the people, like everybody runs an event, right? And everybody does buy 5 get 1, right? Buy 10 get this or whatever. What I like to do is I like to give the people that support the brand opportunities to get things before they come out. Because you get things before you get out. Number one, you're like, well, Howie, how many I have to get the exclusive brand that's coming out next year, right? So that'll get them to say, well, hold on, I really want to have that cigar and smoke it now before the rest of the people get to smoke it next year. And they'll say, okay, instead of me buying 10 cigars to get this, let me upgrade and get 18 of what I already smoke of his, but so I can get some of the new stuff. And that's why I did that. And with Kyle buying his box of the Perfect Round, not only did he get some other cigars, but I wanted to give him something exclusive. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you all of you guys some Lanceros, but I'm going to send you the anniversary cigar that we're coming out with for next year for our anniversary. It'll be our 5th year anniversary.
Howie.
I want you to save on postage because I'm always thinking about small businesses like yourself. We're going to see you on Sunday at Ybor City. Just bring some there. And
will Bones be there too?
No, we'll mail it out to Bones.
We'll mail them out to him.
Okay, I want to make sure.
Don't worry, Bones. You'll get whatever we decide.
We'll give you the ashes of everything we smoke, Bones.
We'll tell you how good they are.
I'll make sure.
Can't hear you, Barry.
Oh, we're missing Barry. What
Barry's
happened to
lost
Barry?
his voice.
Uh-oh.
My
That's
wife
nice.
came in the garage, so I had it on
there you
mute.
There we
Okay.
go.
You don't have to worry about it. But if you do this, being that you're a Seminoles fan, you give me your address, and I got some signed Bobby Bowden stuff I'll send you.
Oh.
man.
Ooh,
Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh, hey.
that
You-
deserves
listen,
3 boxes.
Now,
Oh.
now listen, that just touched me in the heart right there. I love Bobby. God, I love
right.
Bobby.
4
No,
boxes.
But
I can't send you the autographed jersey I have with all his stats on it. That I can't do. That's framed.
yeah,
That's going anywhere.
Send the
I
frame.
got you on that one.
Send the frame.
Send him a box.
But so let me tell you this real quick. As a fellow Seminole, my Magic Stick line is a 21 count box, 3 rows of 7.
right.
The reason I did that because my favorite player of all time is Deion Sanders, which was, of course, one of the greatest Seminoles. And so once we launched the company and we came out with the Magic Stick line, the first thing Ike Taylor did was put me on FaceTime with Deion. And so he looked at it and he smiled and he says, "Well, you know I don't smoke cigars." I said, "Well, listen, I understand that. I don't need you to smoke it.
Yeah.
But if your team goes to the championship and wins, I need these cigars to be available for them to smoke." He said, "All
Yeah.
right, for those that
Yeah.
want to smoke, if they win the championship, we can go to it, that'll be the cigar they can smoke." I said, "Okay, I'm fine with
Yeah.
that." But
Fair enough.
That's good.
but that's the reason the Magic Stick is the way it is and the color it is, because of my love for the Seminoles.
Nice.
Wow. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So remember, mark it down now. Or do you want a reminder on Sunday to bring all those wonderful cigars? I could send it to you now.
Oh no! I got that covered because I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you guys. But what I said I was gonna give you, because you already smoke everything else.
Oh
I
yeah.
wanted to give you something that's gonna be coming out in 2025. So like we have the Lanceros, I have the Lanceros, guys, in Maduro. So the Black Moses 4, Maduro, Natural, Limited, and Blanco. We did those in Lanceros specifically.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice,
And so
nice.
I'm gonna do that. But this is the cigar that's coming out for our 5th year anniversary.
Oh,
This
beautiful.
is, our number 1 is our Black Moses Maduro, but it's in a Solomon.
Sweet.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's in a Solomon, and I've been getting rave reviews from it. I'm smoking it. People are really craving it. But we're gonna have some, and I'll have some at the Christmas party as well. On the 20th.
Nice.
Mm.
Very nice. Congratulations on that, Howie. That's exciting. Good stuff.
Hey, it's great to be back on the show. This is what my 3rd time, maybe.
3rd
Yeah.
visit.
It's been
Yeah, I
it's
sent
been
you
4
reminders
years.
I sent you reminders before. You remember that. I'll get you back in 2025 too, if you're interested. Now I got your number.
Hey, listen, I got it saved now. I promise, I got it saved now.
All right, you got it.
So Howie, now that you've been traveling as much as you've been traveling, and I've seen the events that you've been doing all around. I mean, with food, DJs, you've really kind of, I'll say, upped your event game, right?
Yeah.
It's a whole nother world that you're stepping into.
Well, I try to get better 2% every day, right? Just 2%. It's hard to get better higher than that, but if we focus on getting better 2% every day, you think about ways to make things better. So different lounges have different types of vibes. They have different types of clientele, different types of just people that go. Just for, I guess, genre would be the best word. So, so the ones that you saw with DJs, that was the downtown Corona.
Right.
And so the downtown Corona, Jeff allows us to have a DJ because that crowd down there is more of a younger crowd.
Right.
And so,
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Right across from Corona downtown, you have 3 clubs right across.
Right there.
The
Right.
next streets, there's a bunch of clubs and stuff like that. So when they had something that was called Classic Weekend, they always partner me with Jack Daniels as official cigar, and then Jack Daniels is there. They allow us to have a DJ, and it always turns into a real good vibe. I mean, we make it more like a grown and sexy type scenario.
Right.
So our crowd is 25 and up, but those are
Mhm.
true cigar smokers. They come in there, they know how to handle their alcohol, so they get some drinks, they get some food, they hang out, and then they hear the music that they like, and then before you know it, everybody's thinking about the old days, and they might have cut a step or two, but they leave excited. We get a lot of posts about those events, and wanting to know when's the next one. So every lounge that we do at Coronas, we try to do it a little differently depending
Right.
on how. Now Sand Lake, what Bones is in front of, that's a well-oiled machine. You know what I mean? So
Right.
Sand Lake, is more cigar smokers. You're going to
Mhm.
sell a lot more boxes at Sand Lake. You're going to have more aficionados, people that are really in tune with cigars, that know a lot of information. People that buy boxes and put boxes up, they'll buy a box and have you sign it, and they say, okay, put the date on it because I'm not going to touch this box for another 5 or 10 years type
Right.
individual that comes in.
Mhm.
So in these last 4.5 years, I've been blessed to travel across, at least, over 20 plus states to see the different types of cigar smokers around the country, and see what type of things that they like.
Right.
Now, being a younger company, we're not at the stage yet, like when you go to PCA and you see Fuente have a sign up and say we're no longer taking any new customers. I said, wow. So I got a sign. We got a sign for PCA coming up saying we're taking new customers. We're taking all the ones that overflows too. But but
Nice.
but one of the things that I do is I talk to, especially the lounges that are, majority of the lounges I realize is ran by a mom and pop, right? You know,
Right.
you know, as much as I love my Coronas and Smokin' and Abe and ABC Liquor and these large accounts we have there, those people it's ran totally different because the owners typically are not like hands on like the smaller lounges. So what
Right.
I do is I build a relationship with the owners at the show at PCA. So these guys, I mean, they might not be able to get me for an event because, I mean, I'll sell you 5, 10 boxes, but that's not going to get an event for me to
Right.
fly across the country. But what I do is I try to have a connection with them where they can call me on my personal cell or at least send me a text first, and I can talk with them. And then I find out, well, what's going on in your lounge? Do your people really like the Toros or your Robustos? Well, no, Howie, we're a Gordo store mostly. Okay, you're a Gordo store. All right, no problem. So then last year, PCA is when we released the Magic Sticks in the Gordo size,
Right.
which is the 6x60s. Ever
Mhm.
since we did that, the sales of the Magic Sticks has tripled because
Wow.
of the Gordo sizes in those particular markets where they love the Gordos.
Right.
So what we're doing right now is just trying to. When I say we, I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about, of course, my wife Rachel. She's the point guard. She's the point guard or the quarterback
Yeah.
Mhm.
of everything. But we're just trying to fine tune and make sure that we're able to give all of our retailers adequate representation of what will help them better in their store.
Yeah.
And so that's been my focus the last 18 months, and it's been going really good.
Yep. It has
Yeah,
been.
but
Oh, yeah.
Howard, I got a bone to pick with you about something.
Uh-oh.
What did I do?
Uh-oh.
What did I do now with Tiger?
Oh,
Lounges.
man.
Smaller lounges. The Cigar Hustler is about 10 blocks from my house. You were
Oh, you
supposed
talking
to
about
be
Big
there.
Mike?
I'm sitting there waiting and waiting for you to arrive last year. And they said, Howard's not coming.
Hold
What do
on.
you mean he's not coming?
It wasn't an event though. Cousin
It
Bob,
was
it
an
wasn't
event.
a
Yes, it was your birthday last year, and you didn't show up.
no, but it was not an event. It was not an event.
It
They
wasn't.
It was
promoted it that way.
no, it was not an event.
Well,
Not
they
Bob doesn't remember. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
sticking with Howard.
I was there all day waiting for you.
I've been
Hey,
listen. I've been there with Leon a couple times. First of all, I love Big Mike, Greg. my girl Eka. They're phenomenal. I've done a few events there, but I know Mike wants me to do something with the athletes, with my guys, but it's hard now with Ike being in the position he is with the Steelers.
Yeah,
and now Leon, not only Leon's radio station, he also does the post game for him and the ex-coach for the Cowboys. I can't think of his name right now.
Not
him. But anyways, they do the post game. They do the post game for the Jaguars. So,
okay.
So Mike told me to talk to Greg, and they wanted me to do like an event, a ticketed event that we were gonna do like that with food and stuff. But I could not land one of them to be there because they both had something going on. You know what I mean? So
I forgive you.
Well, I'll make it up. Listen. I can come if you're gonna meet me at Hustler. I can pull up and hang out with you at Hustler.
Anytime you're coming, let me know.
Hey, Howard, you can invite all of us. I mean, we're somebody. We can all go to the Hustler with you.
Invite Ronnie. He's got to fly. It's too much work.
I only have to drive 10 blocks.
Howard,
I can walk there.
Howard, let me ask you a question. How do you?
Yes.
You got some mom and pop shops that they concentrate on big brands like Perdomo, Rocky Patel's. You know what I'm talking about. How do you get them to go to a boutique cigar? I try. I'm a boutique guy, and I'm trying to get certain boutiques in the shop, and they want to go with what sells. It's hard.
Well, the reason why that happens mostly is because I don't think that they don't want to give the boutique a shot. They just don't want to buy a certain amount of product, and it doesn't turn over in enough time for them, and it doesn't make a logical sense. So what I do is when I'm dealing with the smaller stores, especially the ones that are far out, and I know I'm not going to be able to be there anytime soon or anything like that, what I try to focus on is giving them some product like the Black Moses, that's a 10-count box, something like the Big Search, that's 10 count, and also something like the original Ike Taylor Sumatra, that's a 10 count. Because once you get into 21 counts and 20 count boxes, if you're people that's walking into your lounge that are stick people, it's going to take a while at just one stick at a time for you to get rid of a 21 or a 20 count box if they never heard of it, right? But if it's a 10 count box, and every lounge you go to, you're always having people in there say, hey, what you got new? Especially when you're a smaller lounge. The regulars that come in there are going to say, well, what you got new? Well, all you got to do is say, well, listen, this is a brand that's extremely popular, but they're new to this area. We brought it on. We like the cigar. Boom, boom, boom. Give it a shot. They're going to try it. That's why I lead with Black Moses, Maduro, because when they try that, what happens is they turn around and people grab 2 or they grab 3. So I end up having smaller lounges that ends up, before you know it, in a month's time, they've sold 10 boxes of Black Moses, which is 100 cigars for a small establishment. On top of the bigger brands that they move on a daily basis like this. But I have to get something in their hand and give them a reason to see how they're going to get their turnover faster. Wherein when you're in a market where people are coming in, you look at, most people look at Cigar Aficionado, right? They see Cigar Aficionado is going to have everything enough from Rocky Patel to Placencia to everything. So you're going to walk in and say, hey, do you have any of these? They're going to say, absolutely, right here, and they're going to lead you there. So when you're not in that particular level yet, then you got to have other avenues to let the mom and pop owners know, hey, I'm with you. I'm on your side like Nationwide. I want to get to the point where we're moving 50 boxes, 100 boxes a month, but I understand this particular place we're going to have to start lower and build. So I explained to them what I would go with, the Black Moses Blanco, that sells a lot.
Yes.
The Black Moses Maduro, that sells a lot. And then I would leave with the And then you have the people that smoke the Big Surf. The Big Surf is a phenomenal cigar.
One
a
of my
But for
favorite
people-
cigars.
3-hour
Absolutely.
cigar.
I love it.
But for people with commitment issues, I made the little first.
It's a little
Those
yeah.
people have issues.
Well, we have to hook up because I work. Well, I can't say I work for Social Security reasons, but
I'm on Social Security.
You watch over a lounge, Barry, that the
I-
guy gives you cigars.
I hang out at the lounge in I say it's Ocean Springs, Mississippi, but when I say Biloxi, everybody knows where Biloxi, Mississippi.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Casinos.
I'm about as south far south as you're going to get. We're about a mile and a half from the Gulf Coast.
Okay.
And I just like to bring them down here. I smoked them before, but like I said, when I work, when I'm there and I help somebody out, it's like, they come in, they're looking for Placencia. Oh, that's too much, or that's too much. Well, let me point you towards this. This smoke's just as good, and it's within your price point of $10, $12. I'll push them to the boutique cigars.
Yes, sir.
We got some boutiques that we brought in and we got burnt on, and now we're just trying to get rid of them. If you don't sell them within 90 days, it's not
Right.
going.
You can't take up shelf space. I mean, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And I think, Howie, probably people would want to know is how did that relationship start with you, Ike, and Leon? Because I think people who don't know about your cigar line, who may be watching, how did that relationship start? And take it from there.
So I've been going to Corona on Sand Lake for 17 years. And so being there, spent a lot of time there. I connect with a lot of people. I mean, I talk to every single person that comes through the door. I mean, if they got a mean face or something, I'm not really gonna say nothing to them. But you walking in, I would say hi, how you doing, or whatever. Just talk to speak to people. But I got connected with Leon first through a mutual friend. Prentice is his name, and they went to school together. And he introduced me to Sirce, and me and Sirce hit it off, where we would just be hanging out. We would smoke a lot of cigars. He would ridicule me at Corona. We would smoke a cigar. I'm a Florida State Seminole. He's a Miami Hurricane legend, right? I'm a Dallas Cowboy. He was Bill Cowher's very first draft pick in '92 to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
So when we're smoking cigars, and everybody knows I love Macallan. I'm a Scotch lover, and we're drinking. In this football season, the trash starts to talking, and so Leon hits me with little jokes that kind of cut deep. He hits me with, he goes, here's my nursery rhyme. He goes, roses are red, the Cowboys are lame. They went 13-3 and couldn't win a playoff game. Yeah, I mean, it cuts deep. So everybody around us, they're doing what you're doing. So now I'm not happy. So now I have to come back. It's like a jab. He threw a jab. Now I got to come back, or if not, it's a knockout, right?
Yeah.
So I come back with him, and I say, well, Big League, it's a shame. I said, because you had 3 national championships with Miami, and then you got to the Cowboys. When you played the Cowboys in the only Super Bowl you went to, we whipped you so bad that you had to leave Pittsburgh and go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So then the crowd goes,
did that start it up?
So we would do that, and everybody would just laugh, and they would come just to listen to us go back and forth. And so we did a thing. This was the first year we did not be able to do it because of our schedules going the opposite ways. But this was the first Florida State-Miami game in about 9 years that we weren't able to shoot our video together, because we would shoot a video either at the game or we would watch the game together. Either I'm in Jacksonville or he's in Orlando. And we would talk about the rivalry between Florida State and Miami. He would always say how, when he's at Florida State, he feels like he's at home. He should have a welcome mat, because he was 4-1 against Bobby Bowden in his career. He would say all that kind of stuff. And I would tell him about 2 years ago, we beat them 45-3. You know, we beat them by 42 points. You know, so we would just get the crowd going. So this year, he felt sorry for me because we were pathetic. It was very sad. It was very sad. So I had to put all my Florida State stuff up because my heart couldn't take it anymore. And but you know, I told him we're gonna, you know, it's not fair. I said we lost a lot. We got robbed last year because we were supposed to be in the playoffs.
Yep.
But because our quarterback got hurt, they wouldn't let us make it to the playoffs, even though we were undefeated, which sucked. So my guys that got drafted didn't want to play because if we're not playing in the playoffs, why am I going to risk getting hurt when I know I'm going in the first round? Jared Hurts, right?
27
players. Yeah, 27 players that didn't play against Georgia. So now Georgia beat the dog snot of us. And then so we get beat 63-3, you know, 60 points. And then now we go into this year, and I'm excited. I'm like, come on, Norvell, we want to fight back. And then when we lost over across the pond, I said, oh. And then here's what really hurt. I've never seen Florida State in my life lose to Duke. Duke is a basketball school. When we lost to Duke, that's when I waved the proverbial white flag. I say, listen, I can't take it anymore. Like this is now, you know, you're messing with I might have to go to the hospital because in my family they have high blood pressure. This is not helping me, Doc. So
you gotta have faith. He's making moves. He's bringing in Gus Malzahn. He's bringing in the other guy, the other defensive coordinator from a couple other places. They're making moves, but they got to change the players' attitudes.
Yeah. Well, Gus, you know, I know Gus personally. My wife, Rachel, she sold him his house here in Orlando, and his wife, they're great people. We did some events for them at UCF when they was raising money for the kids in the NIL. So it's sad to see him go from here because he's a really good guy. But I will say this, Gus is better as an offensive coordinator than as a head coach because you can just focus on the offense. He was the offensive coordinator when they won the chip in 2011 with Cam Newton. So he's been looking for another quarterback that I guess has that type of pizzazz as a Cam where he can run his perfect offensive system. Now, do we have that at Florida State right now? I don't know, but hopefully with the portal and what's coming in next year, we should be able to bounce back to at least a decent record. You know, decent.
Yeah.
Maybe 500.
I just want to get a bowl game next year.
Listen, 6 games. It only takes 6.
That's all it takes.
Hey, Howie.
We only got 2.
Hey, Howie, I want to get back on the cigar here. And so that the new anniversary cigar you have there, what can you tell us about the construction and the leaves that you put into that makes that cigar so special right now? What do you got in there?
Well, the thing of this is my identical cigar as my Black Moses Maduro. I'm not I'm not reinventing no wheel or anything. I just feel like every company comes out with a signature Solomon for their number one stick. So when I look at Davidoff, Davidoff has a Solomon that they have for they call it the Royale.
Yeah.
Right. You know, you look at Plasencia, their number one cigar is the Arma Fuerte.
Yep.
That the Solomon is their number one selling one out of that batch.
Yep.
And so on and so forth. Even, you know, Zaya with El Setimo was just in town last week. And you know, even he has Solomons and things like that. So what I really enjoy a Solomon, but I wanted to get one specifically for the Black Moses Maduro. I end up getting them for the Black Moses Maduro and the natural, but the Maduro is always gonna for most people's palates. Real smokers, they're gonna lean toward the Maduro.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, this Maduro is absolutely fantastic.
It is,
and I know you modeled it after, you know,
you remember?
Basically, oh yeah, you got it's after my only cigar that I smoked in the 90s, which was the Padrones. I mean, so that's where and it is a beautiful cigar. I mean, it smokes beautifully. I mean, this is a magnificent cigar.
Yes,
I mean, in each and every way, chocolatey, rich, just fantastic. And I give you credit for that because, again, that takes time, effort, and we all know money. This is not a business that you get into thinking that you're not going to empty out your wallet. You will.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We're definitely. I tell you guys, it's a lot different now than it was 4 years ago when we was doing our original ones. You spending like $10,000-$15,000 on cigars in the beginning. That's one thing. Now when you're cutting checks for $50,000 at a time or $65,000, $70,000, it's a total different ball game. I'll tell you that much. But the good thing about it is, it's gratifying in a sense because you see growth. It's gratifying. But on top of that, the main thing for us is we want to be consistent. And so, I'm not going to rush if I have cigars that's not to the way I present it to be, it's not there yet. They know at the factory I'm not going to take it yet. I'm cool with having a back order. I'm fine with it. I'm not going to put it out there at 2 months if I tell you that it's going to be 3 months after it's rolled. I'm not going to deviate from that. And that's one of the things, because I learned and seeing guys that are truly real smokers. You got to look at it. There are guys that are followers, right? They're followers. So because you guys are popular, you smoke this cigar and you like, oh man, this is the greatest shit ever. Then the guys that are followers are gonna smoke it. Man, I'm telling you, man, Ronnie, you're right, man. This might be the best cigar I ever smoked in my life. Right? Now they're saying that because they're following what you guys are, because you guys are popular. Then you have the guys that are real deal serious smokers. When they're gonna sit there and take their time. And they're going to smoke. They're not going to over smoke. They're going to smoke, take their time, and they're going to dissect it. And when you get accustomed to smoking a certain cigar, and you smoke that cigar all the time, you can tell when that cigar is not ready compared to the times where it was. Where it was. And that's the key thing that I look at over and over. When's the lot been put in? Okay, now when is it going to rest? All right, what's the date on that? All right, cool. Now, all right, well, if y'all want to send it to me, I still need another 45 days before I'm going to allow myself to sell it. Now, if you can still ship it, that's fine. But Rachel, this right here is going over there, and it's not going to be no problem, Howie. It's how things go. And that's the reason why I take to keep the consistency. Because, like I said before, the people that are followers, they don't know. They're going to just go by what you say because they like you. But the real smoker who really takes their time and their hard-earned money to take their time and purchase the cigar and want to smoke it, you want them to say, you know what? It's like a Padron to me. Every time it's the same consistency. That's what we go after. That's our goal.
Right.
That's the key to making a quality cigar and selling it.
Right.
People want that consistency. If I smoke one of your cigars today and 2 months from now I'm having another one, obviously I'm going to remember the first time I smoked it. If it's not the same, I ain't coming back. I'm going to go to
very finicky.
Yes, you have to.
Finicky.
There's too many cigars out there right now. You have to be consistent, and that's the thing.
And the one thing about Howie too, and we're going to go over stuff because I have his website info. But why don't we take a quick break? And then when we come back, we'll discuss Howie's incredible swag, his website, and the things that you can find on there, his lines. We'll go over each of the different lines, and we'll do that right after these words from our sponsors.
Great cigars take time. The Fortaleza Libre story began in 2013 with the idea of starting a brand of cigars that would exemplify the strength and freedom that define America. Our premium cigar voyage for quality and taste led us to the Dominican Republic and the tobacco fields of Santiago and Tamboril. Tabacalera El Joyito would become a trusted partner, and in 2019, our smoking strong and living free journey was realized with the arrival to our shores of the Fuerte Libre Bodacious. Fast forward 5 years, 2024, Fuerte El Libre rebrands to Fortaleza El Libre, Same meaning, strong and free. Our portfolio has grown to 6 core lines to satisfy the palates of cigar smokers worldwide. For more information, visit our website at fylcigars.com. Smoke strong, live free. Welcome to GTO Dominican Cigars, a boutique cigar company that artfully blends and creates some of the finest handmade puros from the Cibao Valley in the Dominican Republic. We are 4th generation manufacturers and growers of tobacco with over 140 years of experience, offering a variety of styles, blends, and strengths. Mild, medium plus, and full-bodied. We would truly consider it an honor for you to experience our cigars. Those who know smoke GTO.
Before you light your next cigar, be sure to check out Cigar Medics, the makers of the patent-approved humidimeter. The humidimeter is a tool designed to display the relative humidity inside your cigar. With this device, there's no more guessing. Simply insert the probes into the foot or cap of your cigar, and you can instantly know if your cigar is ready to be smoked. Buy now on cigarmedics.com and see site for other cigar accessories. With the humidimeter, you'll know when to hold them and know when to smoke them.
Years in the making, the Chief cigar was born, blended, boxed, and released to market on June 26, 2015. This cigar was developed by former fire chief, firefighter, cigar aficionado Ken Dorbecker, and has grown into a signature Firehouse cigar line.
All engines respond.
Including, of course, the Chief, a Nicaraguan Habano blend, Proby, a Connecticut Shade blend, All Hands, a Maduro Mexican San Andreas box press, and the brand new Fire Pole, a beautifully crafted San Andreas Habano barber pole. Join the Chief family and make us part of your humidor. R&A Treasures, out of Tampa Bay, Florida. The last of a legacy. The last of an inventory of Thomas Cristiano in a warehouse where everything is aged and well kept for all your pipe and smoking needs.
Alrighty, before we get into all this great website stuff and all the cool swag and all the great products, Kyle, what is our hashtag for tonight?
We got action.
Aha.
That is our hashtag for tonight. If you even were watching Howie in his shirt, it was already given to you, but little did you know, we got action tonight. So that is hashtag good for Facebook and YouTube only. So if you're on X or Rumble, I'm sorry, but those are our hashtags, and you have to be here till the end tonight to get your winnings in. So make sure you get that in.
We know Facebook, and it's the first time it's happened in 6.5 years. We don't know why. For some reason, there are a lot of you that are not seeing the comments on your phone or the desktops or whatever.
Huh.
So switch over to YouTube. That's where the hashtag is. If you're not into the hashtag, then Rumble and X. But for whatever reason, we are not getting comments on the Facebook side for.
Interesting.
No, it's just the first, guys.
Who knows? It's probably Zuckerberg doing
Yeah.
something.
I see a lot of them. I see a lot of them in the comments on Facebook.
Yeah. So they're coming in. Who the heck knows what goes on? Howie, all I could say is technology is
It sucks.
And double check your writing, folks. Like Richard Beard, double check what you wrote. Your hashtag, folks.
Make sure
have
you
to be
get
correct. Okay,
action.
please.
Yeah, make sure you spell it correct.
Put it on one more time so everybody could read it there.
We got
action.
That's it.
That's
Hashtag
simple.
we
Come on.
got action. It's very easy. Very easy. Howie, what can we give away as a little prize for people for that little we got action?
You want to do merch?
It's up to you. You have you have that little sampler pack now, which people don't know about, which is nice.
Yes. I can do the sample pack if you want me to do it. We got action t-shirts. We have we got action t-shirts.
Great.
Yeah.
Even our hats. So we got a ton of hats, but the hats on the back say we got action as well.
We got
The
action.
trucker hats, and all of those. The hats are not on the website, so I can't show you that because every time we get it in, I end up getting rid of them at events. People say, Howie, what do I have to buy to get that hat? You know, matter of fact, I think Kyle got a green hat like this, right?
Yep. I got a green hat. We got action.
Yeah. So, but
and the girls are still not looking.
That's it. Nice. Well, yeah, Kyle hasn't had action in a while. And neither has Bob.
Whoa, speak for yourself.
Stick out the cigars, that's all. Hand them out. They smoke them, jump on them, Kyle. That's the way to get a good one.
So let's go over your line.
A good way for me to get arrested.
Okay.
We've got your Black Moses line.
Yes. Yeah. So our Black Moses Maduro is our top selling cigar. That's what started everything. My favorite cigar is Padron 80 year. I've always smoked that at Coronas. Usually 1 to 2 a day back then. It was $33, $34 a stick for that. And then I went to the natural. I love both of them. And so when Avo, I think you know that on the beginning podcast, but Avo's the one that put the bug in my ear that I should be in the cigar business before he passed away. And so once I finally got into that sector, I wanted to blend something that I thought personally that gave me the same type of notes that I get from Padron 80 year that I could sell at a better price point, because I also understand that younger people, you know, me at the time, I was in my 30s. Now I'm not in the 30s no more, but
that's a nice way of putting that.
But a lot of younger people were coming into, you know, Corona and lounges like that, and they were getting excited and getting started with cigars. So I wanted to have something that I thought that was a quality premium cigar that is affordable, that they can get started with and smoke as a good cigar. So, you know, that cigar retails at $15 to $16, depending on where you're at. Unless you're in one of those states with 50 or 75% sales tobacco tax, and then it's like. But the original design was for you to be able to pay $15 or something like that. Fridays was a lot of guys get paid. You know, Corona gives you a discount for a box sale. So I would have a lot of people getting paid on a Friday and say, you know what, I'm always grabbing 2 and 3 of this stick at a time. You know what, I got an extra $200 on me. It's payday. You know what, let me just buy that box, and instead of paying $150, I get it for $134.95. Let me buy the box. And that's what was happening on the regular with that particular cigar, and well, the whole Black Moses line. And so that was really key for us there. Now, the Magic Stick is my anytime smoke. So we have the Habano, the Cameroon, as well as the Connecticut, that we make those in 3 different sizes. So we have those on a Robusto size of 52 by 5, a Toro size of 50 by 6, and then a Gordo size, which is a 6 by 60. And those right there are extremely price affordable as well. That's going to be more, the Robustos are typically $11 range, the Toros are $12 range, and the Gordo is $13.50 range. So like when you were saying before, you have people that say, man, you know, I don't want to spend $25 for a Plasencia or something like that. Well, I have a lot of guys saying, hey, I smoke Plasencia, but when I don't feel like spending $25, you know, I can get 2 Gordos from Howie on the Magic Stick side, and I smoke both of those, and that's, you know, they equal up to, you know, $25 or $26 when I go to ring it up. You know, so my main thing is when I talk to consumers, I tell them I'm not trying to take you away from what you love, because even though I own Howard G Cigars, you know, I have a 1,000 count humidor right here inside, and I have at least 500 Padron 80 years.
Right.
I have that. I still that's my favorite cigar. So it's not like I don't smoke other stuff. You know what I mean? So when I'm talking to people, I say, listen, all I'm saying is just when you want to try something different, give us a shot.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we started getting people saying, this is a part of my wheelbase. Now on my All Pro series here, I always start with Ike Taylor, the one in the middle. That's the original blend for Ike Taylor, which is 80% Nicaraguan, 20% Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Now he's a stiller. He's a two-time
Right.
Super Bowl champion.
Yep.
So we want to have something that has something to do with Pittsburgh. So that's where that Lancaster tobacco comes from. His favorite wrapper was a Sumatra. We let that sit an additional 4 months before they ship it to our warehouse here. Now, Ike Taylor, also, his college is Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns. So in 2021, we were there in a suite for their bowl game, and I bought 200 of the original Ikes, and I said, you guys win this game against Marshall, this is the cigar we're going to have on the field and in the locker room. They did win, and Ike was handing a cigar from the president of his school to every single team, every single person out there, coaches, staff, players, and everybody. And then at that time, when I was talking to the coach, and I mean the president of the school, we asked the president, said, will it be possible for us to make a blend and feature his Hall of Fame picture here from Louisiana at Lafayette? And he said, absolutely. And so Ike, who works out, he does, he runs 5 to 7 miles a day. He does 2,000 plus abs and all that kind of stuff. He's shredded like Donald Trump's tax return. So, that's just him. So I'm not at all. But,
he had you on a regiment, but I think you went off that regiment.
Yeah. I was on a regiment. Yeah, I was very small. I didn't like to be that small. I didn't. When the wind blew too hard, I got off balance. And then I got married and added a little bit more weight. But so we came out with the Connecticut cigar, which was the Ike Taylor one of a kind torpedo. And so what we did was we took his blend at that factory in Nicaragua. That factory has Ike Taylor's blend, because we went through over 40 different blends to create his perfect blend. So we took that blend, and then what we did was we added a Connecticut shade wrapper to it, and he wanted a torpedo. So he calls that the breakfast stick. So once he gets done working out, he wants to have a quick cigar. That's the cigar he typically leans to first.
Okay, all right.
And then to the right of that is the big fella, the Big Circe.
Yeah.
And so Big Circe, Leon Circe, Miami's greatest offensive lineman, 3-time national champion. He's an offensive lineman, so he's a very large man. And so that Big Circe is the cigar we created for him first off of his palate. And that's an 8 3/4 by 60 ring gauge. Yeah. Now, next to that, for people that have commitment issues, we have the Little Circe. And that Little Circe has taken a huge leap since we released that. People are really loving it. And it's also encouraging more people who wouldn't originally want to smoke the Big Circe because they're intimidated by it. They would go smoke that after they smoke the Little Circe. And so that gives you that.
Nice.
Beautiful.
And then, of course, we work our way to the perfect round.
Yes. So the perfect round. So I do over 70 golf tournaments a year. And one of the things I realized that, number one, golfers are literally like serious people. Like these golfers love golf probably just as much as their families. So I have friends that they golf 200 days a year. And so tee times start at 7 o'clock in most places in the morning.
Yeah.
And so I came out with a Dominican line, and I wanted to call it the perfect round, where the Connecticut is the front 9. It's designed for you to smoke it on your first 9 holes. And then when you get before you get to the back 9, you typically saw the cart lady or man, and you had a bite to eat, maybe a drink, and then all of a sudden you finish strong on the back 9. But when you smoke them 2 together, you have the perfect round.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
buddy.
Oh yeah.
I got to get a box of those. I play a lot of golf. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
offer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent cigar.
Well,
Another
My
let me
favorite
you
smoke
mentioned-
on the course.
You mentioned something to me. You mentioned something earlier, and you're right. I wanted to show you. We did come out with.
Hey, can I smoke that on a miniature golf course? The front
Yeah,
nine and the back nine.
Yeah. You still got 18. How many holes you doing?
18, but I like the windmill at the end. You know, I like the way you try to send the ball right.
One of the things we just released a few months back is our Humi packs.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Humi packs. So this is the Black Moses Maduro. We also have them with the Black Moses with one of each one of the Black Moses. Then we do the Gordo sizes of the Magic Sticks, where you can get four of the Gordo size. And
That's
then we
right up
also
Bob's alley.
Yep.
yeah.
Bob loves the Gordo.
And then the Robusto size, we have the Robustos in a pack of 5. And the other one that we have is the 5 rings, and I don't have one of those on me because somebody took it. But we have somebody took it. But the 5 rings, I was out with Ike earlier, and he's like, "Hey, I need a cigar." I said, "All right, well, here, and open it up and take whatever you want." He goes in, he takes the 5 ring. I'm like, "Damn it, I needed to show that tonight. It's too late." But, so the 5 rings is very, very nice. I came up with that with Leon Cersei maybe a couple years ago, because he mentioned, you know what, we should do a pack called 5 rings. And I thought about it. I said, you're right. So it's 3 little Terce and it's 2 of the Sumatra Ikes. On the back, when you turn it over to the back, there's a picture of Leon and a picture of Ike, and it gives you their story. So the story talks about Leon's 3 national championships with the University of Miami. Talks about Ike Taylor's 2 Super Bowls with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So a lot of fans, have been buying those like crazy because also it's a Humi pack, number 1. Number 2 is also something like a collector's item because no other company has a Humi pack with athletes on it that's talking about their story. So it's like, kind of like trading cards, but it's with that. So I got that concept. I got some other concepts I'm coming up with. We will be releasing a Humi pack for the perfect round. Thinking more like 3 front 9s and 3 back 9s. So that can be like a pack of 6. I think that'll work. I was just playing around with the sample pack today, but so I have like my Lanceros. This is not what the Lanceros come in, but I'm gonna get this made with, where it says Black Moses, it'll be higher, but under it in a cursive font it'll say Lancero. And then what we'll do is we'll have 8 Lanceros in there. So you'll have two Maduro, 2 natural, 2 limited, and 2 Blancos. And then you'll also have an opportunity to, let's say if you only wanted Maduro, you can just get Maduro or only natural. Because the key thing, what I realized, especially since we got into ABC Liquor, they have the people that go there, they don't go there to buy cigars. They go there to buy liquor. But while they're there, let me see what you have. Is what's happening. And so with Humi packs, the consumer is getting a discount. So if you're paying, like for ours, if you got 5 cigars in there, you're technically paying for 4. So the 5th one's free. Same thing with the 4-pack and the stuff like that. So like the Humi pack for the 5 rings is, if you bought them individually, it's $93. But you get it in the 5 range pack with Ike and Leon, that's only $70. And you have some places that are 65.
That's very nice.
So it's a nice savings for that. Black Moses is around $45 to $47. Where if they bought them individually, it would be around $62, $63. So every single one is designed to give the consumer a deal. And especially with shows like I'm about to do in a couple months with Abe with the Great Smoke. I noticed last year we sold a lot of boxes, but there were people that never heard of us. It was like, man, because we only sold boxes. That's all it was selling was boxes. And there was some people saying, well, you know what, I'm just finding out about you, but you did put your Black Moses Maduro in in the pack that we got. A lot of people put,
Right.
smaller cigars.
Yeah.
You gave your. I went in the door with the best, and so with that, what ended up happening was people started going to smoke in, and start buying up a lot of the Black Moses Maduros because they had it in that. So
Right.
this year we'll have our Magic Stick Cameroon, which we have a really great Cameroon.
Yep.
That's going to be in that. But we will also have, on top of the boxes, we will also have sampler packs where people can come by and say, you know what, let me grab one of these and one of these, and I can get a chance to try them. So,
Yeah.
And I know if they go over to your website, which is over here at howardgcigars.com, they can get a store locator, right? So you can
Yes.
go up there, it has a store locator, and then, Howie will point things out that you have to be there, because that's
gonna
just the way
point at
Howie
you.
is.
Yeah, look at
He's
that.
pointing at you, making sure that, hey, go and visit the retail end, because these are the shops that you'll be able to find my cigars.
Mhm.
Very, very important having that retail side. And again,
Yes.
on that website, you can also go and check out the swag. He's got some great swag. Look at him on the left. He's got the Howard G glasses.
Yes.
He's got the short. He's got everything. You can imagine. He's really, Howie. You just do it up and you do it right. And
He's the Jimmy Buffett of cigars, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I really like. I tell you this. One brand that I really appreciate is Drew Estate, because out of all those events I used to go through and see Jonathan Drew at,
Mhm.
I would see how people that came and bought 2, 3, 4 boxes, they left with so much swag.
Yeah.
They were like, so we have swag that we have online, but even some of the best swag, I don't even put it online because I'd rather give it away at events. I
Right.
would
Yeah.
rather
Yeah.
give it
People
away at
love
an
free
event.
stuff, Howie. They love free
Yes.
stuff,
So they're
and they
like, hey,
buy.
I already smoke it.
Yep.
If I get 4 boxes, I can get that, and that. I'm like,
Right.
absolutely. They're
Yep.
like, and then you're gonna give me some free cigars. I'm like, absolutely. So then they get it. The next thing you know, they'll call me or send an email or something and say, hey, my buddy's asking, how can I get that hat? I say, well, here's what you
I
gotta do.
box you too.
I'm like, well, the vents are over. The vents are over in your neck of the woods, but you can go to the website and I'll tell you if we have it there, or send us an email, because when we do the events, my goal is to really make sure that people are leaving with a lot of swag.
Right. No,
We got a couple of questions there, Howie. Number one,
Sure.
our man Bruce wants to know, when's the next time you're going to be up in Michigan? He needs to meet up with you. I guarantee you it's spring or summer, but you can tell him what's going on.
That's my man, Mr. Bruce Stark.
Yeah.
Absolutely, for sure. And then go ahead.
Mhm.
And
I know. I have a guy that I'm bringing in as a broker in Detroit, but I know I have to go back to Detroit. I believe it's June, May or June of 25. I will be
warmer
in
weather.
Detroit.
Yeah.
All right. Also, we
It's
got
one of
guys want to know what's the large size that you can do in shirts. I guess anything bigger than me is larger. So we got to make sure 3X, 4X. They want to know if you have that. Hey, you're pushing it, Bob. But anyway,
so we keep in stock up to 3X because Leon is the 3X also. So I gotta have 3X. But for the big fellas that need a 4X or something like that, then if they would have to send us an email, and then we'll make sure to take care of you, because the big fellas need love too. So we would have to specially.
That's a special order. That's called
Yeah.
tent size.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah, that's
Get a big tablecloth
or a
to embroider.
tablecloth size.
Yeah, that's some big. That's big boys. That's offensive lineman stuff right there.
we do have a request for a 5X. Just saying.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
Ronnie,
Yeah.
you're ordering now?
Ronnie's ordering.
Well, so anyway, and what is the price point, do you think, more or less, when the Lanceros come out? What is the price point we're being asked?
So right now, I wanted to have the Lanceros at around $13.50, $14.
Nice, nice.
Great.
That's
Howard.
perfect.
That's a
Perfect.
great-
Well, a lot of companies are going higher on
Right.
the Lanceros. It's a shorter smoke. Why are you going higher on it? I just personally, if I had to pay for myself personally, as much as I love the Lanceros and they're amazing cigars, right?
Yep. Yep.
Let me just show you an example. So, if I had to pay $20 or $19 to get the Lancero, where I can get the Black Moses I can get the regular Black Moses for 15.
Right.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
the regular Black Moses for 15.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
as much as I smoke, I know I'm gonna go past this way faster than I'm gonna go through the regular Black Moses.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
my concept for the Lanceros is for it to be, less than the actual Black Moses itself.
Right.
But some people, a lot of companies make it higher than their actual flagship itself, and I say I don't know if I want to. I don't want to do that. I want people that really enjoy the Lanceros to be able to smoke the Lancero.
Right.
You have people that really enjoy it. Yeah, you're going to get more of the wrapper, of course, because it's less filler. But I want you to enjoy what it is that you're smoking. I don't want you to
Exactly.
buy it one time and not buy it again. I want it to be available for you to say, you know what? Today I feel like the Lancero. I want that Lancero vibe. Honestly, another thing is, I get ladies that come to me and say, Howie, when is you're making a lady cigar? I say, first thing first. There's no such thing as a lady cigar.
That's
I
right.
got a lady.
This is true.
A lady cursed me out in
That's right.
Atlanta at Cam Newton spot called the Cam Newton spot Fellowship, because years ago when I first got started, because I said, yeah, and I thought I was being cool. I'm gonna come out with a cigar for ladies. It's gonna be there. And the lady looked at me and she was like, "What you mean by that?" I smoke Davidoff. I smoke Padron. I smoke what you smoke, if not better. I say, hey, don't kill me. I come in peace. So now, anytime ladies come to me and say, Howie, when you making me a lady cigar? I say, listen, baby, you just brought up an old wound. I just healed from that scar. I'm not going down that road. But if you want a lady cigar right now, I would say the Lancero. That's what I tell the lady. But other than that, as far as anything from that, I say I don't know. There's no such thing as a lady cigar in my mind. Just to make sure I don't have no problems with nobody across the country.
Oh,
But
all my cigars are for ladies.
All of them.
Period.
It's all you got to do. When they ask for the lady cigar, just pull out that Black Moses, put it in their hand, go, here you go. This is made this especially for you.
This is too strong. And he hands it back.
So Howie, have you considered expanding the All Pro series and bringing on another pro who's a cigar smoker? Because obviously your All Pro series is really geared towards professionals, sports professionals who are really cigar smokers, not making something that it's not somebody putting their stamp on a cigar and saying, okay, see ya. Any thoughts about that in the future?
Yes. Actually, one of my guys who's a Super Bowl champion called me yesterday, and his exact words were, "Hey, Howard, I need you to make some time for me, because some of the samples that you got me, I love it, but I really want to put something together so I want to get that stuff started." So he was a champion for the Green Bay Packers. They actually beat Ike in the Super Bowl in 2011. And so we're definitely in the process of doing something for another legend from the football category.
Nice.
I also have some other people that are in the entertainment world that's been following us, and they're big fans and are reaching out and smoke a lot of our cigars and wants to look at doing a collaboration. So that's something that we're open to in the future.
Right.
But right now, the biggest thing that I've done is I've partnered with Major League Baseball Players Alliance.
Oh wow!
And
Nice.
so I partnered with them as the official cigar of the Players Alliance. So I know if you saw me at I had an event for the All Star Weekend in Dallas
Right.
for doing Major League Baseball. So I was there for that. A lot of the former players that are part of the Players Alliance are CC Sabathia.
Yep.
One of
Man.
my really great friends is Edwin Jackson, is a huge supporter of Howard G Cigars, and this guy, 17 years in the Major League Baseball. He's in Cooperstown for two things. Number one, he played for 14 teams. That's a record in 17 seasons. The next thing is he threw the most pitches in a no hitter, which was 156. And so he's an absolute stud. And he doesn't smoke cigars except Howard G's. So I'll be with them. I'll be with them from the 11th through the 14th in Bahamar in the Bahamas, and
Nice.
so I do all their cigar events at the end of their. So what the Players Alliance do is they take the retired players and the legends, and they go out to different cities across the world, and they help expand the game of baseball with the
Baseball.
youth.
Right. Right.
And so they do a lot of charity work and things like that. And that's why I was in Montgomery when it was the Alabama against Georgia game. I was in
Gotcha.
Montgomery because they was doing things at Tuskegee and stuff like that. So
Awesome.
I have all the cigars for them, and the events and everything afterwards. I'm the official guy for that. So I'm working on something with them where I don't sell online to my regular consumers because of my retailers. I have enough of them where I don't want to actually compete with them at all.
Right.
But also on top of that, I did that as well. But we're doing something specifically different where the people that will be going to get cigars online from us would be specifically the people from the Players Alliance fans from Major League Baseball that will be going through the site with their own code to get stuff, because there's a portion that go back to the Players Alliance as our number one charity. So
Awesome.
I'll be traveling around with them every other month to wherever big event that they want me to do and be there for and stuff like that. So that's cool because I was my first time I was at the home run derby, so I got to see that live. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
The actual game, the after party that was at Jerry World that was thrown by Michael Rubin. A lot of that stuff like that was able to come through because of being
Right.
the official cigar with those guys. So
Awesome.
Congratulations. That's
oh,
awesome.
thank you. This year I should be doing some things for the Super Bowl as well. Ron
Great.
Jaworski just reached out to me, his
Great.
team, about doing their thing. I don't know if I would be able to do that yet because I have a prior commitment. So I got to see which one that we have to do. But yeah, we're just trying to, continue to use our relationships to get cigars in people's hands and
Right.
build upon that. One thing was cool. I don't know if you guys saw it. Was the Raiders on the
Yes, I did
episode
see it.
of
Yes.
Receivers on that show is episode 6. We have good friends on the Raiders, which Max Crosby and some of the coaches really close with Ike, and so
Yeah.
we sent them 6 cigars, and I didn't know it was going to be on the show Receivers, but when Devontae Adams was walking in, because he was one of the receivers they were
Right.
following, when he walked in and he said, after a victory, we like to celebrate with a stogie. It was my Black Moses Maduro
Yep. I did see that.
that he was smoking.
And then he
then the
was
rest-
sent over to the Jets. Then we picked
Yeah,
him
then he
up.
went to the Jets. So now I gotta reach out to him and get him some cigars to the Jets, but they're not
They
getting a
need
lot
more-
of attention
They
right now.
need more. They need more than cigars for a victory.
Yeah,
It's called players.
yeah.
How about coaches and a GM?
Well, that would help.
But they fired the coach.
Yep. They
Howie,
did.
have you ever thought of reaching out to Cigars for Warriors and doing their yearly cigar?
Um, I never really thought about that. I know I give a lot of cigars to them at the show. They come over and we always have a few hundred cigars to give them at the show. That they come pick up, and then we give a lot of cigars away because at Corona over here in Sand Lake, they have a thing next to the register that they keep, and they make sure to let us know if we want to do stuff. So a lot of times we just put the cigars in there, that they can send over to the guys and let them enjoy them.
Yep.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem.
Yep. Absolutely. So Kyle, put that hashtag.
Yep.
And Ronnie, while Kyle's doing the hashtag for our grand prize winner,
why not?
And I know after that, I do this whole little trivia section and segment, Howie, and I've got some great trivia questions for everybody today.
Stop the chooch.
The chooch.
The chooch has become a whole different animal. It's,
okay.
Yeah.
it's
The chooch has been put out the pasture.
yeah, I'm going to show you what he kind of looks like.
Semi-retirement, like Bob.
Yeah, like
Wow.
so the chooch. This is our little section of the show, which is trivia. But here you go. Taken over by Steve Saka.
Steve Saka. Yeah.
My little cartoon character of him looks more like Mickey Peg.
Mickey Peg, that's my boy.
But so some trivia for you guys. And Ronnie, do we have what prizes?
Well, yeah. Being that Howie's such a big Corona guy, and obviously Corona is our big guy to do, I thought it would be a good Corona night. So let's start off with we're going to have a cutter. If you can see that.
That's a big ring cutter. So
that's a big ring. And that is with the Corona on there.
Nice, very nice.
And then to light that Howie G cigar, you're going to have a beautiful Corona lighter.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
And then when you're smoking in your car or in your house and your wife's pissed off, we'll give you a nice little air freshener for the car.
An FSG. Is that an FSG?
Yeah.
It is. There you go. It's
very nice. Very nice.
And while you're having that Howard G cigar, smoking and enjoying, if you're not a coffee drinker at all, but you can put anything you want
in that
to drink in the tumbler.
Very nice. I like it. That's a nice set of prizes.
Nice little package tonight.
Yeah. Very nice.
There you go. Not bad, right?
Nice. I like it.
I like it.
Thank you, Jeff and Corona and the whole crowd and Tanya. They're always awesome to us.
So the first couple of bits of trivia that I do is for you guys and to test your knowledge. So let's see. I decided that since Howie is such a big cowboy fan, I figured some cowboy trivia maybe.
Sure.
And let's see how much Howie knows when it comes to cowboy trivia. So let's go to my notes here, and let's see. The Cowboys' inaugural season. Do you know that they were the original expansion team, the first expansion team, right, Howie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In 1960, that first season, their record was 0 wins, 11 losses, and 1 tie.
We want to kill him.
Who was that tie against?
Green Bay Packers.
No, I stumped Howie. Any other guesses from anybody?
The New York Giants.
The Giants. It's the New York Giants.
Really?
Like the Giants.
Yes. I know something.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
we had to throw it in there, Frank. New York beats Dallas every time. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Except when the Jets play.
He ran the franchise for the first 29 years. What was Tex Schramm's real first name?
God, dog.
Howie, you better start doing a little bit of your.
I thought you were gonna do stuff since. I thought you were gonna do stuff since I've been alive.
Listen,
that's not Frank's way of doing things. How about Grant?
His name was Texas. His name was Texas.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe Howard might know this, but he might not. Who knows? If he doesn't, I'll be really upset with him.
Okay, let's do it.
Was he alive? Was Howie alive?
Was I alive?
In 2007, Howie.
No, he wasn't alive. He wasn't alive.
Action.
No.
Okay,
We got action.
Which Dallas Cowboy wide receiver was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
Michael Irvin.
Look, Bones knows more.
A giant knows more. Howie's still taking into question.
I didn't get a chance to answer.
You weren't alive. That's the problem.
You gotta be quick. So here's another one, Howie. All right, maybe you weren't alive, but
I was alive. I was going to say Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
Because I had to think when he retired in 5 years after that.
Here we go. In one of the largest trades of the 20th century, the Cowboys traded Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
To what team?
Minnesota Vikings.
There you go, Howard. You're making up for it now.
That's how we got the draft picks to get
That's
the
right. You got 13. You got 4 veteran players and 13 future draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's how we got the triplets. Yep.
That's right. Okay, here you go. This is one that you should know. The Cowboys were the first team in Super Bowl history to hold their opponent without a touchdown. What team was it?
That was the Bills.
Nope. Miami Dolphins in Super Bowl VI. Score was 24-3. It was Dallas's first.
What year was that? 1971?
Now listen, you're a Dallas Cowboy fan. You got to know.
I said since I've been alive. I was born in 83.
83. Oh my
I
God.
thought you were going to talk about the 91, 93, 95 season.
One more.
Frank, he's a
already
child.
graduated high school by then.
He's a child, Frank. He's a child.
I was in middle school when they won in 96.
Okay. Here we go. You got to know this one.
Okay.
What was the first year Dallas began the season without Tom Landry as their head coach?
Oh, okay. So after Tom Landry, we went to Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson bought the team in 80.
No. Jerry Jones bought the team. I said we went to Jimmy Johnson.
Yes, you did.
So we went to Jimmy Johnson. He left Miami after the second Super Bowl, I believe, after the second championship Leon and them got. So that was 87 and 89. So wasn't he with the Cowboys in 89 or 90?
89.
Yeah. Okay. And they went 1-15 that year.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Right, that was the year we got married.
That was the year we got
I was six.
Didn't the Giants win it all that time? Didn't the Giants win it in 89 or 86 and 89?
86.
No, you were good.
Bones.
86 and
89, though. I think so.
That's when you had
our viewers.
Taylor.
That's when we had LT in 86.
Yeah, LT, baby.
We won in 91 against the Bills.
And
Bill
Belichick.
Belichick.
Yes.
And Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And then they both screwed us and went to the Jets.
Yeah.
No. Belichick screwed us. He was hired one day and quit the next day.
Yeah.
And you know the reason why he quit, don't you?
Why?
Because he didn't like Woody Johnson.
Because the team was sold. At that point, it was Leon Hess's team, and it was sold to Woody Johnson, and he did not want to play for Woody Johnson.
Wow.
He didn't want to coach for Woody. That's
No,
it.
he didn't want Woody. No,
And
no,
he didn't want Woody.
he didn't want no Woody after that.
That's the one time you don't want wood.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
But you got to have your Johnson with you at all times.
All right, this is for the
And
audience.
88 was the answer to the giant question.
This is for the audience because I think this is a good question. Well, one more for Howie.
Yeah, Howie's enjoying that. Give him something alive.
Let's see. He may know this one.
Okay.
How many consecutive 1,000-yard seasons did running back Emmett Smith have? Consecutive.
Consecutive.
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer this one.
Because you know it?
I think so.
I think he had 5.
Much more than that. 11
9.
consecutive
11.
seasons.
Wow.
11.
Damn.
He was amazing. Absolutely amazing,
Exactly.
man.
11 consecutive. See, that the word was consecutive. I would think. I didn't know he had 11 consecutive.
I know. Now
Yeah.
you know.
What years was it from?
Oh, well, now you're asking questions that I don't have answers to.
But Frank, you were alive, so come on, you should know that.
All I know is Emmett Smith, he has this whole thing that he gets people to go to this, I forgot what it's for, but it's basically for your joint pain. And he's got a whole process. So, because obviously he has some joint pain.
Serious joint pain.
For real.
Yeah. you don't put that kind of yardage on and not get hurt.
That's true.
All right. So this is going to be for the audience.
All right, this is for the first bunch of prizes from Corona, folks.
From Corona, folks.
All right.
People are going to be like,
nice and close. Okay.
All righty. Watch close on the comments because
We're
we're
watching.
What position did Mike Ditka play when he was a member of the Cowboys team?
Ooh.
Somebody said tight end.
Tight ends. Punter. Tight end.
Somebody said TE.
TE. Yeah, that's yeah, we can do that in football.
Tight end.
Tight end.
Tight end.
Mr. Wilbur.
Mr. Wilbur 811. Hello.
Mr. Wilbur.
Wilbur. He's on with all the questions tonight, too.
TE.
Mr. Wilbur, make sure you get me your address, buddy, so we can get you this Corona package to you. Congratulations,
well done,
Mr. Wilbur.
Mr. Wilbur. Can you believe he played tight end? I mean, Ditka?
Okay, so we're getting somebody saying he was first, so we got to go back.
I
saw Wilbur.
I saw Wilbur as TE.
Come on, let's go.
TE.
So we got Skinny, Mr. Wilbur at 831. Steve, you were at 831, but two behind. One behind Brent and then Jay Riggs was on there. Yeah. So
Mr.
Wilbur.
Mr. Wilbur.
Yeah. It has to be seconds on this one. Yeah.
This is a quick one.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody jump on. Congrats.
Put that hashtag up, Kyle. We got action tonight, and
we got action.
I
know how he's going to throw something together for you. So
I got you.
He's got us covered.
Those sample packs are great. And Howie, I know that sample packs seem to be the biggest thing going. I mean, even in the cigar mobile lounges, but you said it right. Just to get yourself in the door with some of these mom and pops and smaller places, just so you promote and get your smokes out there. Because, I mean, we all, not because you're on the show tonight and you're a friend of ours, but we all know that once you have a Howard G cigar, you're coming back for more, and you want to see everything else. There's no question about it. You make a fantastic product. So, folks, if you own a cigar mobile lounge out there, big fellas, if you do, definitely get hold of Howie and get your sample packs in there because they're going to move.
We got action. Everybody's putting there. So I guess we've got them putting in there. We've got Skinny Money. I like that name. Skinny Money's in there. Colleen.
Colleen
McCabe.
Yeah, Colleen.
We've
Steve's
got
wife, I would imagine.
Colleen, does that work if they're tag teaming us with a wife?
It's two separate people. Two separate people. You got,
You know,
you can get your whole family to start hashtagging this. I don't care.
But they have to be on to win. So just because
and they got to be over 21. Okay, you can't be under 21 to win. You have to be over 21. All right.
Yeah. And by the way, Howard, Big Fellas Mobile Cigar Lounge will be in touch with you. Just to let you know, Brian and Mike, they have a fabulous mobile lounge and good stuff to make it up here. Just to let you know.
All right, we're gonna send the drawing. We're gonna get this going. We can't be here all night, so let's get this. Let's spin that wheel. Hey!
Oh, he won last week. Holy cow, this guy's hot. Congratulations, Brad. Oh, man. You know, he's a newbie, too. You know, Kyle, you mentioned something at the beginning of the show. He's fairly new. I think he's.
Is he here, though? Is he here? He's got to comment.
He's got to be here.
You have to say, I'm here.
You got to say you're here. Because if you're not here, you don't win.
When you get your cool stuff, make sure you post it and
just to let you know, Brent is actually
there. He is here. He's there.
Okay.
He's there.
There you go.
All right. Perfect.
Very nice. Congratulations, Brent.
So is that my guy?
That's your guy.
Yeah, that's your guy. I'll get that address to you, Howie.
So all right. So what we'll do is we'll send him I'll send him sample packs.
Nice.
I'll send him a couple sample packs. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Let's go.
Nice.
We got action.
We got action.
Brent is actually going to have action. That's awesome.
Wow, Howard, as always.
Brent, your package is packaged. I just got to get to the post office. Relax. You're going to get it.
It'll show up next year.
It's Christmas, isn't it? Hey, by the way, folks, all you listeners, what will be a fantastic Christmas present under the tree is a bunch of Howard G cigars. Just saying. Just saying.
Make sure you go
on the website and order, man. You will not.
You can't order from the website, Ron. You gotta go to
this brick and mortar. Brick and mortar.
Okay, either or. Just get them. That's all.
Yeah, go to Corona. You can go to Corona.com. They've got them listed on there.
Corona.com, Smoke In.
And you got places.
Here's our boy right here.
Yeah.
Corona. That's our sponsor, so we'll push that one for sure.
We'll push Howie, before you leave, just have faith.
The chop is in. That's awesome. Hey, Howard, once again, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for being a sponsor. Thanks for being on the show. You know, we love you, and we
look forward to seeing you Sunday.
We'll see you Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Definitely.
We'll be there.
We got action on Sunday.
A reminder, right now, cigars. So anyway.
I got you. I already have them.
All right. I know you got it. We know. But you got it. Bones, you'll get yours. Don't worry.
Thank you, Howard.
Thank you, guys. Have a great one.
Everybody have a good one.
Rachel for us?
Yes.
All right, take care.
Be good,
We'll
guys.
see you Sunday.
Next week is our pairing show, folks. So join us with Joey G. And our pairing, we're giving away a nice bottle and some cigars and other gifts.
Yep.
So stay tuned. But this weekend, watch us. We're going to be all over Tampa.
That's it. Good night, everybody.
Salud. Ciao.
Tell my brothers to line them up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. Toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful. I feel its love come shining through.